pretend that I don't care.
Look, I do care, but I don't care. My phone is always on me, but I'm not there. Notified, but it always coincides with something that overrides. On the grind over time, nobody gets no reply. That's bona fide, no disrespect. Screen's always lighting up like a cigarette. I save my writing for the symphonette. Here's the thing.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, well,
You're not my problem.
look,
You're not my problem. You got issues.
hey.
Don't call me.
You said I should have texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Why do you think this is? What you say doesn't match up with how you're leaving me on red and how you never pick up the number that's on the girls on your phone. So you got a pretty high Candy Crush score. Boy, you're wasting your time. But let me tell you that it wasn't my fault. You're not my problem. Boy, you got issues. Don't call me.
You said I should have texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care? And you say I should have texted.
Don't hold out for a text that you'll never get. Are you bitter yet, or is it jealousy? Fundamentally, there's nothing you could thread to top my lethargy. A message in a bottle, and that bottle in an ocean, and that ocean is no metaphor for my devotion, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy.
And you say I should have texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Phone is always on me.
Hey people, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another DLS stream. I don't know what's in store. I kind of glazed over the video section, making sure he's not flashing his little wiener. If you could call that sausage a sausage. Wait a second. Did I? OMG, what the hell is that? Okay, we're gonna get into it. He's talking about my boot lips, but I think he means booty lips. Do I have booty lips? Eggy Toast, hopefully you feel all right. You try listening to the pontifications of various reaction channels induced vomiting, but nothing is working. We will pray for you. Why haven't I been gifted a membership? I've been gifted one in Hecate's and I was only in there for a minute. I don't have memberships on this channel. Shit, I'm not even monetized. So you got, well, I guess somebody's getting refunds. Pets. Who's the other person I used to gift your mama a lot? I can't believe the man's got taken out by his wife. His wife's like, no internet for you. No internet for you, your mama. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh well, you know what? We have to talk about that. Like, as much as the landscape changes, I actually just saw that there's a channel I never knew about that's getting thousands of views on foodie beauty content. Yeah, okay. So too long didn't read. Garlic bread went in on him a couple days ago, and then Yaba called his wife the first time. So allegedly, supposedly, his wife hung up on Yaba, but then spoke to her a time after that, maybe the second, maybe the third, who knows. Then we saw your mama starting to build a pattern of lies, which is I'm losing my channel because I'm being struck out. Immediately, Gorlick Bread went on the offensive, showing that it's not him actually being struck. He's just removing videos like private in them and trying to make up some narrative that he's been struck when in reality, what we've come to know for the last 3 days is that his wife told him to get the F off the internet after speaking inappropriately about her and their bedroom moments, speaking inappropriately about other creators, um, just tons of stuff. So basically, I guess he learned his lesson. Man, the man didn't even get his own mortgage. What do you expect? His mom is primary on his goddamn mortgage. He doesn't own a fucking boat. He didn't buy those bikes that he said he was gonna buy or did buy. It's somebody else's bike. That dude is just full of fucking lies. He's a loser. Anyways, we're gonna get into this. You missed him speaking about his wife. Well, check out Gorlick Bread's channel. It's one of the latest videos, maybe the second last one. Talking about all sorts of stuff about, him and his wife's sexual time. A lot of stuff has been coming out about him that you didn't know, and some of it is because people are just willfully ignorant, if not actually looking into his stuff and just taking his word for it. So a lot of it's on him, and a lot of it is on a lot of people who are turning a blind eye, is all I can say. All right. This is awkward if it is just me talking. We haven't even made love yet. Oh boy. Are you saying I'm pulling an S jam where I recently lost my virginity? Oh boy. I didn't. Is that actually for real with S Jam? Did S Jam just recently lose it with Keeks? The man's like 34 or something years old, isn't he? Is he 34 or is he like 35? Let me think. He graduated from Sir John A. Macdonald's Secondary School in 2007, hence the name S-Jam 2007. Does that work out? He's 34 now. Yeah, actually, that does work out. He should have been about 17, 18 when he graduated from high school. Yeah, you add 17 to 2007. What do you get? 2024. So it does work out. McDonald's does school? No, Sir John A. Macdonald is the school that he goes to, and it's not just one school. There's a multitude of Sir John A. Macdonald's all over Toronto, Greater Toronto area, and beyond. It's I would say one of the most common, if not the most common, school name for like a Catholic school. So yeah, we have that. And I guess he's doing his thing. He's moving in with Keeks. Unofficially moved in. Will be moved in about 2 months when he gets kicked out of his old place. Sir John A. Macdonald was the first Prime Minister of Canada. Okay, so there is going to be a ton of schools named after him. Anyways, let's get into this. Who's Keeks? Keeks is SM's new girlfriend. They met practically 2 weeks ago now, just over 2 weeks. I think it was like a Friday or Saturday night was the first stream. She came to his place, spent the weekend, left. After she left, he, like less than a day later, he was at her place, kept on streaming from there for a while. And I'm not even sure if it's official yet because I haven't watched his latest stream, but it was unofficial for a while, making plans to move in together and be a couple, yet not say it's a couple. Super weird, but hey, 50s, young and vibrant. I think she's probably in her 40s, I think. I'm not really sure, but I believe so.
All right, Willie. What's with the choking? Man, I know you got hairballs and shit. I'm giving you the hairballs.
Compared. Yeah, Eggy is old as F. I think Eggy Toast is older than who did your mama constantly poke fun of again? That older lady that's from Britain. What's her name again? Song as old as time. Yo, Eggy Toast should be called Eggy Antiquity. Eggy, yeah, tea and sass. Thank you. Eggy's like 200 years old.
And you won't eat that.
Literally
that
a daughter
lotion.
to you.
that lotion shit that the fucking vet gave you. You won't eat that because it tastes like fish. Tastes like your mama's pussy.
What?
Well, your mama is a pussy because she a pussy cat.
I don't get that.
All right. All right, we need to be open and honest here. Where's Grandmaster Titty?
Yeah, what happened to Grandmaster?
All right.
Oh my god. I think wine is like one of the only things that ages beautifully, except for my fear maiden Eggy Toast. Eggy Toast was probably a fear lady, a lady in waiting when they had the Crusades happening. Eggy Toast, do you listen, Eggy Toast? I need to ask you some things about the Templar Knights. Where did they hide the gold? You were a lady in waiting back then. I'm sure one of them told you.
My computer back. What games do you want me to play? Because Grandmaster Grandmaster Titty once said, "Oh, you don't play any games I like playing or something."
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Fuck you then. Well, you don't want to watch me play fucking Saga Emerald Beyond. We still gotta beat that game.
right, Cypher. Eggy Toast was like 160 years old when the internet was invented. She learns real fast though.
Off. I'm still playing I'm still playing with the Muslim bitch. Oh, what was going on in that game? There's like a Muslim bitch in the game. And she's like a cop or some shit. And she runs around in a fucking towel. You know, the fucking in the burqa.
Is he talking about Foodie? What's he up to? Well, he's talking about my boot lips, but I think he meant booty lips. He also is gonna talk about, of course, cheese pizza shit because we need to. Should we? Nah, maybe we shouldn't. I was gonna say we need to do a bingo for DLF, but it's gonna be the same crap. Uncle, bodega uncle, rich uncle, cheese pizza.
She don't go full ninja though.
Send you the book
like,
version.
Yo, peephole. Hey, we gotta watch. Where's Foodie Beauty? Where's Foodie? Where's Foodie Beauty been? Is she been beheaded yet?
Oh boy. Here we go. Of course he'd be talking like this.
Because that's what those people do. All right, Willie. All right.
He always eats out of a pan. That's his thing.
Well, what else am I gonna do? You know, I give him the hairball food. I have the fucking glove. Right? It's a glove you put on, and then you pet them like this, and it takes the fur off of them.
Mm-hmm. You got to brush
So he
your
doesn't
cats.
sit still for it.
Sometimes I wonder, what does this room, the living room, smells like? What does that couch smells like? It probably smells like of piss and vinegar, of wasted years of a man's life, countless hours of playing video games.
You know, Monty did another video about me today.
Regret, yeah. Cheese, bleach. He should bleach his couch after. It's probably
He's
nasty.
like, hey, TLF's got a job interview doing photography. I hope it's not cheese pizza. I'm like, what? Are you telling me that there's jobs on Indeed to do cheese pizza to fucking photograph child porn?
Why does he? Oh, okay.
You really think that that's an actual job?
Well, literally, it is a job because there's a lot of sick shit that sick people do. Like, there are people in this world that are sick enough to produce that content. So, if you're asking me, is it literally a job? It is, but I wouldn't call it a job. I would call it a compulsionist sickness, and people like that should be not even in the jail, but buried underneath the jail. But it is something that people do. They do exchange, and I am extremely supportive of law enforcement making sure that these people serve a very, very, very long time behind jail. I should go back to foodie. I only found your channel post foodie. I don't know. Maybe I will get back to foodie, but there's so much new people, Eggy, covering foodie. Yeah, Craigslist was known for shady shit. There's still tons of people. There, even on the gray net, not even the black, but the gray net, you'll find shit like that. Dark net, of course, you would find shit like that. It's all over the place. Like the types of stuff that I'm watching when it comes to like predator catching stuff, and how they talk about this whole infrastructure where if you're in these Telegram groups, if you don't post at least once every like 12 hours, some is like 6 hours, you get banned. I'm like, that is sick to do this shit. And then I'm hearing about this group. What's this group called? Was it 764? Have you guys heard about this group where it's like called a it's called a terror group because what they do is like minors. Yeah, 764 is what it's called. It's minors attacking minors and having people do all sorts of stuff like unalive their animals, unalive their parents, all sorts of like horrid shit that happens on the internet these days.
That ain't no fucking job. Willie, cut it out. Like who's hiring for that?
Yeah, Cypher, do you follow S-Jam stuff?
Who's hiring for a cheese pizza photographer? Okay, that's what I should have said. I should have said, "Hey Monty, yeah, it is for cheese pizza." I'm gonna be the guy photographing pictures of like pizzas for a new pizzeria's menu.
Who the hell would trust this man with a camera? It gets depressing.
That's
I don't know, Cypher. Watching a guy go, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm like, you're 34 years old. You should be at least, I don't know, well established, beginning to be established, comfortable in your life. Not going online, drinking, and going, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
what I should do. I should be like, yo, you want me to take pictures of your food? I could be like, yo, I can literally be a cheese pizza photographer.
All right, I'm gonna go forward. Let's see what else he has to say.
Yo, do they have Salo and the 120 days of Sodom? Look, I put on my browser
It was
and
lumped
there's
up.
porno on it.
Oh, of course. You know what would be super scary? If I went to DLF's place and there wasn't prawn on his computer. That would be scary because I'm like, wait, something's up. If there's prawn on his computer, I'm like, yeah, I expected this.
Let's see, where am I? I find the library. Maybe we can. Let's see.
All right, going forward, neckbeard content coming in. Hey, I was watching a channel talking about how King Cobra and Nal are fighting through video and stuff. I guess they're live streams, and how Nal's like, oh, he's just mad. I got a YouTube channel. He doesn't.
You know, when am I gonna get my money? Give me my money. Where's my money? I got 52 doll hairs gonna show up in my PayPal.
You think I should do a panel clearing up things and taking questions? Yeah, I should do a panel like that.
I don't know. Should I put it toward Mama Scrunch? You know what? I'm gonna fucking put it toward Mama Scrunch.
Fact cipher.
You know?
Super weird. If there's no prawn on DLF's computer, that means he's hiding something. He cleaned everything out, which would make me, have thoughts like, what is he hiding? That's just my mindset with him. He's got to beat his meat somehow.
Where am I here? I'm not even gonna fuck around. It's going to Mama Scrunch. I don't care. What was I doing now?
I should clear. Actually, I was thinking about that, Eggy Toast, considering the fact that my stalker PG is now on the brink of litigation and criminality in stalking her lawyer or ex-lawyer that she kept on saying was her boyfriend, but then we come to find out that is just her how do I put it? Her diagnosis to romanticize situations that shouldn't necessarily be romanticized. And I'm just still really pissed off because all of that crap could have been flushed down the toilet, to be honest with you. Like, there was a lot of people on the internet that gave way too much credit and credence to Purple Glitter that pushed and propelled her to do this shit to another man, and it needs to stop. Like, this man, his credibility is down the drain because if you Google his name, all this bullshit comes up. Especially when you're a lawyer, this is the worst thing that can happen or should happen to you. If I want to hire somebody as a lawyer, I do not want to search online with all this shit that comes on Kiwi Farms or people writing all sorts of bullshit that this little Google head psychopath is saying that this lawyer is her boyfriend and he's doing this or that to her, because it's all bullshit, and that really does affect your credibility, and it really, really ticks me off that people kept on backing her and doing this bullshit. PG has left YouTube. Nah, she is still on her page writing all types of bullshit saying I should cover the Yo Mama nonsense. I'm like, leave me the F alone. I'm not gonna cover Yo Mama unless I feel like it. It's really annoying.
Oh, Rumble.
And to consider that at one point in time there was 1,500 people watching that goddamn sociopath and believing the shit that she was saying is actually completely scary.
Douche board.
I would believe it, Cypher. She's definitely listening. Like, got nothing better to do than make up that she has 3 jobs and she works. Sociopath. He's live streaming from the library now. Yeah, I was seeing that. Instagram that he keeps live streaming from the library. Sooner or later, he's gonna do shit and he's gonna get caught. Instagram.
maybe maybe if we get enough watchers on Monday, I could shoot off another ad. What's up, Willie? And I can make more money. All right, let's check the videos I put up today. What's up, Willie?
Hi, I'm Rumble.
And I'm
Oh, a
YouTube,
new
the number one
commercial.
place for live streaming.
Oh, no, you're not. He's not, you piece of shit. Whoa!
I kind of like that commercial. Who's live stream from the library? DLF. That's what he does because he doesn't have his
What's
computer
up?
back. That's worth thousands and thousands of doll hairs. I'm sure he's fiending for his computer back. Didn't know. There's no way Bally said that. With Salah watching in the corner. Does his mom have his computer? Yeah. You're looking to dropping thousands on a
What's
PC?
up, Willie?
Well, if it's for work, I can see that. But if it's for gaming, I mean, people can see that as well. But for me, I've done drop thousands of dollars on a computer. I remember when people used to do the IDE hard drives. I had a SCSI, but to use a SCSI hard drive that was what a little bit faster, you had to get a SCSI card back in the day, and it totally wasn't worth the hundreds on hundreds of dollars I paid for that crap. Like a complete waste of my money. Thoroughly waste of all my money.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe tomorrow because I can only do it.
What happened to his computer?
You know what? I can only.
He had to barter it in for his mom to save him because his social services stuff got cut off, as in, where his rent gets paid for free, courtesy of his local government. They didn't tell him because it was under the care and guidance of Adult Protective Services. So it was months, it was locked off. Then all of a sudden, he was thousands of dollars behind on rent. He had to get back his social services stuff, whatever it is, SSD, SSI, SSDI, I don't know. And his mom came in the clutch, gave him the money to get him caught up on the rent, and he had to trade in collateral, his computer, and he's pissed.
Do it.
It's all about NVMe now, it is.
Can I do
But
it?
back in those days, it was all about the SCSI. Complete waste of my money. If I had that like $1,000 I spent on SCSI bullshit, I could have easily put it into crypto. Can you imagine? Like sometimes I look back at all the waste crap. I remember my dad shipped me a CRT monitor. It was like a 19-inch when back in the day people used to use like I think 14 inches. So I had like a 19 or 21-inch CRT monitor. That shit is heavy and bulky. Why would this man ship it all the way, all over the place? It cost him so much money to ship that because it was like 50 pounds at least. Probably more, maybe 60, maybe 70. Complete waste of money. Blue SCSI is cool for old Macs, yeah.
It only lets you do.
But I really did like that CRT monitor. Huge, loved it. I remember even when I got a 32-inch TV, an LCD one.
I gotta wait till tomorrow.
People would come over from school classes at uni to like watch shows on my 32-inch TV because back then you would have like a 19 or like a 2021, maybe a 24 or something like that. So a 32 was amazing. Nowadays, even a 40 is standard. Typically people are getting like 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Oh, Eggy Toast
Fuck
talking
yeah.
about I haven't been to uni. Okay, sure, Eggy. Listen,
What's up, Wilhelm?
Eggy was around when Salamanca University was founded. Ooh, that's my nerdy inside joke, considering that Salamanca University is the world's oldest still currently running university in the world. Salamanca University. I think it's like 1100 years old or something like that. Let me look it up. Founded in, are you sure? Yes, you're supposed to be in Spain. Founded in 1218. I thought it was a lot older than that. So it's like 800 years. I thought it was way older than that. I thought Salamanca is the oldest university in the world that's currently still operational, isn't it?
Ooh. I'm fucking stoned right now. Where am I?
Projector TVs with CRT technology could achieve 62. I believe it. All right, let me go forward a little bit. We got some more stuff we got to look over with the DLF, and I'm here for it. Oh, no, you didn't say that, Eggy. Scuzzy did some amazing speeds. It did. I actually really like Scuzzy. You know what I will never go back to is like disk drives. Once I went to solid state disk many years ago, I have never looked back. It's so much easier with the loading time for a computer. I even last year went to solid state like portable hard drives because I used to have the disk ones because they were cheaper. But yeah, like having a multi-terabyte SSD portable hard drive is so much easier. Things just run so much smoothly. Plasma was the worst. I didn't mind plasma. Like, in fact, my plasma TV that was like, I got it in 2004, so it was like 20. It's 21 years old. I actually put it in the dump yesterday, or was it the day before? No, it was Friday. Put in the dump for electronics because when I moved, something happened and the screen got smashed. I'm like, oh my god, I've had this TV for like 21 years. The burn-in was the big issue. It was. Same with the CRTs. That's why screensavers were a thing. We don't need screensavers anymore because, you know, burn-in is practically no longer a thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
What did you study at university? Life, Eggy. I studied life.
This is Dragon Lord Frodo. And I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.
Okay. All right. We're gonna all right, so Luke says, oh, LEDs still burn. Okay, figures. That's why I said practically. Yeah, Luke would definitely know better than I do in terms of like what still burns and whatnot. I used to have like Star Trek First Contact like screen saver for like my CRT, my cathode ray tube monitor that I had. And then I had a graphics card that was so realistic. It was sweet. But then the guy that put in my graphics card was on like the news for like ripping people off. I'm like, I know that mofo because the man literally hammered in my graphics card into my computer because I had a mid tower. He was whack, man.
Hey kiddies, it's Dragon Lord Frodo. And got a little update on the Mama Scrunch computer thing.
He's putting on socks? What?
So it turns out she is trying to, as it looks like right now, she is trying to rip me off, saying I owe her $7,000 for the computer, and whatever. When I really do owe her $3,700.
This man practically a multitude of ways owes Mom Scrunch thousands upon dollars of having to live with her, her feeding his ass, her paying him monies, loaning him monies, giving him money for all types of bullshit, picking him up from jail.
But I actually went back, and you know what?
Eggy used to, back in the day, Eggy, when it was a young lady in waiting, she used to see people, or should I say rather, men in stocks, men getting flayed. How many men, how many knights, how many Welsh knights did you see put in stocks by by the Londoners there, Eggy?
You know
How many Scotsmen did you see get put in stocks and flayed? In Nottingham, Eggy, when
how
you're
mom,
around.
you know how Mama Scrunch is always like,
104.
I don't want you recording me or anything like that. This is exactly why she doesn't want me recording her. Let me put
I
on my
believe you, Eggy.
socks real quick.
Eggy was around when there was the Spanish Inquisition. She was a nun then.
And I'll show you, because I actually went back in the text messages between me and Mama Scrunch, and I actually found where she acknowledges that I owe her. Come on, I owe her $3,700, and then it's the same day. Like an hour later, she tries to claim I owe her $3,800, and then I correct her on that. And now I owe her $7,000 for some reason. But so
All right, so Random Fish is talking about Pope Joan. A lot of people say it's true. Some people say no, it's likely a not true story. So it's about a female pope that reigned for 2 years, about 2 years in the Middle Ages. If you want to look into that, look into it. But if not, I mean, just ask Egitos. You would know.
here we go.
Egitos was a nun then.
And everything's going to the fucking
Eggy, did you
lawyer,
meet
too,
Pope Joan?
so. And I know when I showed her, she's gonna say something like, "Oh, I can't see that. I can't read that." Yeah, well, you know what? I don't
Yeah, she
care if
lived
you
it.
can read it, okay? The judge will read it to you when he's charging you with perjury for lying to the courts. Let's see, where is it? Messages. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let me find it. Here we go. I said right here, this was on.
I love it that he thinks this proves anything when easily you could have accrued more debt after that text message. I'm just saying, because there could still be a logical reason why weeks or months ago you owed a set amount and present day you owe more. Maybe you accrued more debt from your lender. Simple.
When was this? This was on Tuesday, October 29, 2024. This was the day I went to the police over her bomb threat shit.
I I can't believe it's been that
So-
long. 5 months ago.
She's like, so you're having me arrested. Excellent. I contacted the lawyer to tell them you are blackmailing me. Really? Making bomb threats is making bomb threats and then going to the police because bomb threats are being made is blackmail now. I said, I'm more concerned with who will take care of your dog since dad is on his deathbed at Roswell. You realize you could be facing federal prison since you threatened
The anti-minge demands. You're funny.
to commit a terrorist attack on my apartment.
Why is his phone so dirty? Don't ask, don't tell, Cypher. It's a lot of, that's what his dried up splooge looks like.
Building. I'm going to start
It's not even splooge, it's more like a thick, ultra viscous cream.
calling you Mama McVeigh. I'm being hooked up with a sexual abuse advocate for what Mark did as well. Right there. And, if you can't read this, Ma, I don't give a shit. The judge is going to be able to read it, and he's going to sit there and read it to you while he's charging you with perjury. And then I have a copy of the police report there. I said, also, no one is blackmailing you. You will get your money.
All right, can I go forward? We've heard this all, yada, yada, yada. Okay, DLF. You're so going to get your mom in trouble.
Or talk to your father. You are delusional and need help. I cannot be threatened by you any longer. Goodbye. Since you signed the paper that says you owe me $3,800, then I can take you to small claims court if I don't see some movement on this account. I should have let them put you to the curb.
Ooh.
In reference to the back rent being paid.
Ooh.
And then I wrote, I just hope.
Mama Scrunch wants the dragon put to the curb. Nobody puts the dragon to the curb.
I just hope you go peacefully. I'm speaking to the detective tomorrow. And it's $3,700. And that was written on Wednesday, October 30th. And right now, I cannot contact her to give her money. I have $2,700 right now to give her. Okay? I can give her $2,700 right now, but I cannot contact her to set something up. So, while this shit is going on, I cannot contact her. So I just gotta sit here and just keep banking money all day until I come up with $3,700.
Yep.
And you see how she's changing it. Oh, first it was $3,700. Then it's $3,800. An hour later, it's a $3,800.
What's his issue? He's mentally disturbed.
And now she's going around saying it's $7,000. Meanwhile, I'm the one that has been consistent this whole fucking time. I owe her $3,700, $3,700, $3,700, $3,700. I keep saying it. I have been the one that's been consistent this whole fucking time.
Those are not short.
Here's the deal.
Those are not shorts. Those are loosey goosey. I pull my cocky from each, where you put in the legs. That's why it's stretched in the leg areas, and then it's stretched in the crotch area. Makes him look like he has a vajayjay, because this is how he pushes and pulls his underwear when he wants to spank off. Okay, fun fact, those undies were at one point in time white. Now they're gray. Actually, it looks like a little mingy tingy brown to me, kind of like a brownish gray. It's the color of his splooge, you know, when you get backed up.
Here's the deal. You can either drop
Yeah,
it.
he looks like he has a camel toe. It does. Look at that. It looks like he has a camel toe. Can you imagine if like no, I won't do it. Oh my god, how much guys would have chub if they didn't know like this was an actual man and they was like, oh my god, look at that camel toe on that woman.
The one that's been consistent this whole fucking time. So here's the deal. You can either drop the charges now, okay? Or we could have the judge, make the decision. And you might not like what the judge has to say about this. Okay? You might not like what the judge has to say about this.
Is anyone listening to him, or are we all just like looking at his camel toe? Like this man's dick is so small, it's literally a camel toe.
Who knows? The judge might say, give the fucking kid his computer back. He owes you shit. You're trying to defraud him. And because of that, you are going to eat that $3,700. You have lied to the courts. You have committed perjury.
Fantasy.
You have lied to your lawyer. You have committed perjury. Also, I can't be part of this case because your brother Scott works at the bodega in the fucking court building.
What does that have to do? Does it really have a bodega? Who has a bodega in the court building? I mean, I guess you could have like a little lunch area / calf, but to have an actual bodega in the court building, is that actually true?
Okay, we cannot have this. This makes the courts biased. This is a mistrial.
Whenever Eggy makes love, she doesn't get wet; she gets powdered. Eggy, change your name to like instead of Eggy Toast, it's like powdered Eggy Toast or powdered egg toast. Instead of a lady in waiting, it's like a lady in wetting, except wet is more like powder these days.
Goodbye. What? I don't want to see you in my fucking courtroom ever again.
That is a thing, powdered eggs. That's why I said it, because it's actually a thing. Yeah, who makes their egg breakfast sandwiches with powdered eggs again? I think it's like Wendy's. I hate that shit. That's why I kind of like the McDonald's. At least McDonald's, it's like a perfectly round egg, but it's like a real egg, none of the powdered crap.
All right, looks like Evergreen's calling me. Let's see. It's like they're calling me after I told them that I wanted my information out of their system. So.
Oh, he's mad.
Let's call them. And I'll bitch this guy out too.
Oh, look at him bitching over the phone. He can't bitch out in person.
You have one new voice message.
I gotta get the guy's name.
New message.
Good afternoon. This message is for Michael. My name is Angel Lewis. I'm a practice manager here for Evergreen. I was just calling to speak with you regarding your appointment today with your provider. If you could please give me a call back at your earliest convenience. The telephone number is 716-847-2441, option 5, and just ask to speak with Angel Lewis. Thank you.
All right, Angel Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell I'm not gonna like this guy.
Oh, because his name's Angel. All right. The context is he's really mad at this angel guy, okay? Because this angel guy's in charge of something to do with him, and he names the string. I won't say the vulgarisms, but B word out, F word, and the F word is a parallel to what you would call a bunch of sticks, a grouping of sticks. Then he calls the person a trans person, but he uses the vulgar word. Then he makes an offensive word towards people who are of Hispanic descent. Then he says the name Angel Lewis from the Evergreen Health. So what did Angel Lewis do to him? What do you think? You think Angel did anything to this man, or is just really pissy? What's a bunch of sticks? You don't know what the F word is for a bunch of sticks is? That's what the actual word is supposed to be used for. It's a grouping or bunch of sticks.
For prescription refills, please hang up and contact your pharmacist.
I did not recognize that as a
Oh my God.
For prescription
No, Eggy.
refills, please hang up
No.
and contact your pharmacy directly. Our fax number is
He said option 5. He said option 5, that fucking loser, that fucking liar. He said option 5.
To a receptionist, press 2. If you are sick and would like to speak to a nurse, press 3. If you are a hospital or provider calling, press 4.
Yeah, there is no option 5, you fucking liar.
I did not recognize that.
Yeah, you know, I'm pressing 5. I don't recognize that. Fucking liar. Did he not say option 5? Did he not say fucking option 5? I can't stand these fucking doctors. It's all they fucking do is lie. Or rip you off or sexually assault you.
What?
You have one stage message. Stage message.
So listen to it again.
Good afternoon. Just for Michael, my name is Angel Lewis. I'm a practice manager here for Evergreen. I was just calling to speak with you regarding
Fucking faggot.
regarding your appointment today with your provider. If you
He said a word that is actually used when you are talking about a grouping or bunch of sticks. No, it's really wrong to say that word, okay? Don't say it unless you're referring to what its actual meaning is, which is a bundle, a grouping, or a bunch of sticks, typically bound together.
please give me a call back at your earliest convenience. The telephone number is 716-847-2441. Option 5 and just ask
2441. Yeah, that's what I've been calling.
Google it, Eggy. Google what is it called? What's the word for a bunch of sticks?
If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and call 911. If this is a behavioral health emergency, please hang up and call 988. For the pharmacy, press 2. For mental health, substance use, and the harm reduction center, press
What is, you never guess what your new neighbor's called? Is it blueberry sticks? Cinnamon sticks? Cinnamon toast?
3. For care coordination,
Blueberry
press
toast?
4. For primary and specialty care, press 5. For housing or U+, press
Mrs. Arteriosclerosis? Okay.
5.
Listen, people, you guys need to have some healthy hearts, okay? As you might get some arteriosclerosis. It's not a good thing. You gotta get the heart pumping, juiced up, stop eating poorly. Gotta head to the gym, do some cardio.
For prescription refills,
Oh my
please
God.
hang up and contact your pharmacy directly. Our fax number is 716-847-2715. To schedule an appointment, press 1. To speak to a receptionist, press 2. If you are sick and would like to speak to a nurse,
I'll do 2. I'll do 2, even though we said 5.
Wait while I transfer your call.
What do you mean? Maybe she said that she's Mrs. Arturo Sclerosis, as in Mrs. Sclerosis. You know, some people do that instead of saying like their like first name and their married name. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm just Mrs. John Smith." Yeah, so maybe it's Mrs. Arturo Sclerosis.
This is how you fucking deal with people.
Only people from 1903. You are from
thank you for calling
1903,
Evergreen
Eggy.
Primary Specialty Care. This is Dr. Jasper Steve.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or
What?
press pound for more options.
What?
Playing Evergreen Health.
What?
Oh, he's so mad. And we're only halfway through.
For prescription refills, please hang up and contact your pharmacy directly. Our fax number
Is that how you do things, Eggy? You're sitting in a pile of your own dead skin? Well, technically, but a lot of people, if you're not changing your mattress every couple of years, the weight of your mattress, what was the study again? Like up to half or more of your mattress's weight is like dead skin. Can you imagine that?
847-2715. To schedule an appointment, press 1. To speak to a receptionist,
Wait while I transfer your call.
Evergreen, how can I help you?
Hi, may I please speak with Angel Lewis?
Sure, may I ask who's calling?
Michael Constantino.
Your date of birth?
My name is Mike Constantino.
Okay, I just need to go look at your chart. Your date of birth?
No. You need to give me to Angel Lewis.
One moment.
Ooh. She de-escalated that real fast. I think I would have still pressed him for like the DOB, but I guess she doesn't want no part of being yelled at. Poor lady. Sometimes I feel for like people who are in these first, like front counter, front desk positions where people are really mad, especially like at the DMV. Like, yeah, DMV front counter, front desk, or on the phone is like one of the worst jobs because all you're doing is being constantly yelled at. Whoever is doing that job for years probably has a strong mindset, is all I gotta say.
What? Oh, we're speaking Spanish.
Oh, he's getting so mad. Look, he is like
Fucking piss me off.
phones all over the place now. I love this. You guys remember the electricity, the hydro call from years ago?
Pull up my chart. It should have been deleted. Like I told them to earlier.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, your chart can't be deleted like that because it still needs to be unfiled and held as a record for a certain number of years. So even if you say delete it, nah, they got to hold on to it because there's I know at least in Canada there are federal laws governing holding on to medical information as a point of record and reference. Sup, PetSmart, how you doing? So you might want it deleted.
I have no fucking patience.
But by law, they probably have to hold on to it for a couple of years.
Thanks for holding. Your call is important to us. Someone will be with you soon. Pues espera. Su llamada llamada es muy importante para nosotros. Un representante lo atenderá en breve.
I got a live stream to do in a half hour. I don't have time to be talking to this asshole.
Because so much people would be waiting on him. So much. DLF is a superstar. Oh, you know he's getting pissed. He's fuming. He just can't hold it in.
Thanks for holding. Your call is important to us. Someone will be with you soon. Gracias por su espera. Su llamada es muy importante para nosotros. Un representante lo atenderá en
Jesus
breve.
Christ, you're getting me pissed off on weed. You are making me angry on weed.
Weed and DLF, a terrible combination. DLF is high, folks. Watch out. Instead of going in the office and confronting the person in person, he'll rather just bitch them out on the phone, call them racially spurred names. What's up, Tommy's mom?
I'm not gonna sit here
Fine.
all fucking
Marie.
day and wait for this. Like I had to wait all fucking day in the fucking second waiting room.
DLF's the type of guy you catch him on the street, be like, yo, didn't you like say some shit about me last night? And he'd be like, no, it wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I gotta pull up. Here we go.
Evergreen Primary and Specialty Care. This is Angel. How can I help you?
Hi, it's Michael Constantino. You called me?
Hi, Michael. Yes, I called you just to see what was going on because I got a message that you stated that you did not want to come here anymore.
I don't want to come there anymore. Absolutely not.
Okay, was there anything that happened that changed your mind about coming here?
Yeah, I was waiting in the second waiting room for 15 minutes.
Okay.
What? What did he say? So wait a second. So this man doesn't want to come there anymore because you were in the waiting room for 15 minutes? Are you serious? Let me hear this again. This can't be real life right now. This man is mad because of that. You were in the waiting room for 15 minutes and you're mad.
I gotta pull up. Here we go.
Evergreen Primary and Specialty Care. This is Angel. How can I help you?
Hi, it's Michael Constantino. You called me?
Hi, Michael. Yes, I called you just to see what was going on because I got a message that you stated that you did not want to come here anymore.
I don't want to come there anymore. Absolutely not.
For 15 minutes?
Okay, was there anything that happened that changed your mind about coming here?
Yeah, I was waiting in the second waiting room for 15 minutes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I got shit to do. Okay, I got shit to do.
Yeah, like upload prawn to the library computer and live stream to 1 or 2 at most 3 people. Tons of shit to do. Sit at home, play with his dick while staining his sheets and his couch. Eat straight out of a pot that he's made macaroni and cheese from, and whine and bitch to people.
I don't have time to wait in the waiting room for 15 second waiting room for 15 minutes. I give you 15 minutes and then I leave. And I don't know how you got my fucking number, but I want my records destroyed.
Okay, sir, we are not, please do not use profanity with me. I was just trying to figure out what was going on. And now that you told me you did not want to come to Evergreen, I will have your chart closed down. Okay?
No, you will have it removed. You will have it destroyed. I want nothing to do with you people.
Okay, sir. I'm just going to disconnect the phone call and I will have your chart closed. Thank you. Have a great day.
Fucking asshole.
Ooh, tough guy. Tough guy over the phone. I swear, if Angel ever saw him, Angel probably whoop his ass. He wouldn't be talking like
That's
that
how
in
you
person.
deal with fucking people.
Oh, call them names over the phone and yeah, sure, okay. Tough guy. All right, let's watch what he has to say about that. He's thinking of buying Creature Comforts Pet Resort. Okay, Leah, let's take a look at this one. I want to see what else he has to say. This tough guy.
Dragon Lord Frodo and the fuck is this shit? Hello?
Hello. This is a message from the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library for Michael Constantino. We are calling to let you know that according to our records, an item you requested is now available from the Crane Branch Library to pick up by Saturday, March 29th. Please pick up this item as soon as possible.
Alright, whatever. So I had this idea last night. Well, I was in a altered state of mind. Oh,
Buy Creature Comforts. How's that gonna work?
what would people think about me going up to Emily, the owner of Creature Comforts, and buying Creature Comforts off of her? I want to buy the company off Emily. How much does she want? You know, how much does she want? I'll make sure that she gets that amount. Okay. How much does Emily want for Creature Comforts? Let's go. What's your price, Emily? Let's go. And, you know, I was thinking, you know, because that place has such a how do I say it? Because that place has such a, you know, high rate of quits. There, I'm gonna make sure. If I buy that place, I will be the owner of Creature Comforts.
Okay, can you imagine DLF being an owner of a company? Dude, you couldn't even keep up.
Okay.
Keep those
And
keep those hands on the top of the blade. I would not be surprised if you saw any movement around the crotch area going up and down, in and out.
what people have
Oh,
told me is that people are quitting because they don't like Liz over there. Okay? So, my proposal here is I buy Creature Comforts because obviously Emily can't, you know, keep any employees around too long, you know.
yeah, obviously.
Buy Creature Comforts, okay? Fire Liz, make Beth the general manager, okay? And I'm also going to fire Lisa, okay? And I'm thinking about bringing back Rick and Ari back to the thing. I'll attempt to, you know, rehire them.
I love this couch fantasies, and we also get an in-depth idea of who DLF feels were his closest allies at one point or another, which kind of makes sense. I mean, if people are quitting or getting fired, well, quitting might be different because anybody can quit for a reason. Maybe they found a better job or something else happened. But if you're getting fired just like DLF, I mean, I would say it's legitimate, right? Typically, it's legitimate stuff, especially when you're working with animals.
You don't even have to go through the interview process. Just be like, yo, Rick,
Yeah, say it
I
like that.
own Creature Comforts now.
Like, yo, Rick.
You want to come back to work? Hey, Ari, I own Creature Comforts.
Yeah, he still talks about them. Unfortunately, one of them passed away a couple months back. He found out about it. like 2-3 months ago, and he kept on bringing it up over and over and over again, teasing and taunting the other lady that has survived her partner's passing. And yeah, he kept on just talking. I still not really sure about the circumstances on the passing away of one of those ladies, nor did I feel I should look into it because I just want to leave people alone. But DLF's been speculating away.
Now, Liz does not work for them anymore. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have me as the owner, and then I'll have Beth do what Liz was doing. How about that?
Sounds good.
And anybody else that's there is gonna stay there. Okay, I'm gonna listen to people's suggestions.
Sure.
Okay. Any problems you have, I just say before you want to quit, you come to me first, and I will try to settle any kind of dispute, because let's face it here.
Could you imagine DLF doing this?
Let's face it here. I'm gonna be honest with you people. I'm dying.
Huh?
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna be around. I think I'm gonna go by the end of the year. Okay. I know it sounds kind of negative, but
it is.
I want to do something outrageous before I go. Like buy a fucking dog kennel for no reason. Maybe that's my maybe that's part of my bucket list, is to own a dog kennel for the last couple months of my life. So
interesting. All right, I don't know about this. Would I say he's dying? Well, typically they say that with obesity comes a whole host of health problems. The other thing is those skinny legs. Those skinny legs are a sign of diabetes, right? So a lot of people was like, he's really big up top, and he has those super skinny legs. He must be working out a lot. Typically those skinny legs is because of uncontrolled diabetes. It usually manifests itself in several ways. And one of the ways is those goddamn skinny ass legs on his big ass body.
Anyway, let me know y'all's thoughts on that. We're gonna change some of the policies around here. In fact, we're going to
exactly, Marie.
Liz had this you can't have weed in the building policy. Well, not only am I gonna allow weed in the building, but we are actually going to encourage the use on the job.
Oh my, no.
Okay, we are going to encourage. Not only is it going to be allowed in the building, but it's also going to be encouraged.
Can you imagine people stoned out of their minds, taking care of, your pet, your loved one, your family member at Creature Comforts? Would you be comfortable with that?
Yeah, well, I don't care. You want to smoke up in the break room? Go ahead. I don't give a shit. I think that policy was kind of stupid when Liz was doing it anyway, because people have medical conditions that people do medical. Willie, stop. People do medical marijuana, so I'm on medical marijuana, so. Basically, what Liz is saying is that you could come up all all fucked up on Xanax and all this, but you can't have marijuana in the building. That's kind of fucked up. And she said it was because some girl dropped her vape pen and a dog got to it. Yeah, well,
Yeah, exactly. All sorts of stuff can happen. You know, if you've never had the unpleasantry of a dog being high, because this one guy I knew, somebody in the park, I guess, was smoking up some flower, and one of the flower buds fell in the park in the grass, and the dog somehow got to it. And the dog was so messed up. Went to the vet like the same or next day, and then the doctor was like, "Yeah, I think he ate some green." I'm like, "Yeah, it can be dangerous for your pets, especially if you have like smaller animals, and you know, it can just mess them up. Plus, people will make mistakes, can make mistakes, even more mistakes when they're high. That's why I say, yeah, I wouldn't want to, board my pets somewhere if I know people are like all high and out of their minds. I mean, some people can handle their green and they're going to be fine. But the problem is the other people that can't handle it, yet they still do it. Then they make mistakes. And I don't want to have a family member end up unalive because somebody wants, smoke up or drink or, enjoy their THC while on the job. Not a good
what's gonna
combination.
happen if some woman drops her bottle of Xanax or fucking tricyclidine or whatever the fuck, birth control pills. What's gonna happen if she drops some of her birth control pills and it get to a dog, and a dog gets a hold of it?
Facts, Marie.
You know, it's okay to come up all fucked up on phenycyclidine, but you can't have the marijuana in the building. You know, what would happen if some dog gets a hold of phenycyclidine that some one of the workers brings in? You know,
Exactly. He can't even hold his green. He's always coughing when he's supposed to be inhaling. He can't hold his drink properly, but yet he's talking about other people partaking in it.
and
No,
also too, my
stop.
marijuana use is actually court ordered, so. If I was on any kind of like antidepressant, medications like that, what I can't even think of any Zoloft or whatever the hell, I'd be expected to be on my medication, but because it's medical marijuana, I have to like not use it in certain places for some reason, which I think is absolute bullshit.
Hi, I'm YouTube.
This is my
Is not
favorite
allowed on
laundry
YouTube.
setting.
Our policy doesn't allow content that could potentially.
My laundry, when I do laundry, I'll do permanent press or gentle. It really does depend. Sometimes heavy if I got like like a blanket or something like that. Yeah, I am a permanent press type of guy. Mostly that's how I do my laundry on my stuff, unless if it's delicate. I used to go to the dry cleaners, but dry cleaning items of clothes has gotten so substantially expensive that people are like, just go to the laundromat. Just use certain settings. Make sure the or your washer does gentle, and it should be fine as long as you don't use the machine to dry. That's the problem, because there's lots of like delicate materials that I got to deal with and handle.
So, if I what if some woman came in, it was a
Hey, Mindy.
diabetic, and had to shoot up insulin, and she dropped she dropped her fucking Lantus pen or fucking
Right.
dropped a bottle of fucking Actos on the ground, and a dog got to it. Yeah, but you wouldn't say anything about that. So, this is why policies need to change. And of course, yeah, we're getting rid of all the bullies. We're getting rid of, Lisa. We're getting rid of
Or the
Liz.
bullies.
We're getting rid of. Well, that's the only people that really bully others that are still there.
You mean the people that actually do the work and want the work done right? Did Mike smear Vaseline on the lens? If I had to make a guess briefly, I don't think that's Vaseline unless you're thinking Vaseline from his dick. Then it is.
Of course,
he's been
Amy
splooging.
and Chelsea, they will not be allowed on the property anymore. So, I mean, what's up, Willie? You know,
Exactly, the dry cleaning bags, yes. Kind of like how some people have the bra bags for like their brasiers. You put it in a bag to make sure that it's fine.
We're gonna encourage, you know, taking pictures for the Facebook. I don't care. I don't care. You want to. You have a YouTube channel. You have a Rumble channel. You have whatever channel. Hey, if it's gonna if you want to promote our creature comforts on your Rumble channel, you know, maybe I'll pay a little extra for some you know, viral advertising.
All right. Well, he's never gonna be able to afford creature comforts, I'm sure. I'm actually really not sure about how much they make, but come on, this is the same guy who had to borrow a couple of $1,000s from his mom, okay? And he is on social services. We all can dream. I won't take that away from him. We can dream about getting revenge from our ex-boss that did us wrong, whether or not that was actually the reality. That remains to be questioned. But yes, I'm sure a lot of us, most of us, all of us have once dreamed of getting back at that boss that, you know, yelled or nagged or, you know, put us off, you know, for the day or the week, suspended or fired us. And you really want to tell them what's up. Maybe you did screw up, maybe you didn't, who knows? There's just way too much politics at work that I can't say like everybody was justifiably fired, because I've seen people get fired for no fault of their own. I've heard really messed up stories about people ganging up on others at work and, you know, getting them put out of a job. Yes, this creature comforts business.
Yeah, I'm all about the social media and
He's all about it.
YouTube and Rumble, as you can see.
All right, I dig it, DLF. I dig it.
What else? I'm gonna hire the fucking Will back. Don't think I didn't know that Will left from Creature Comforts, because you know how I know about that?
How?
Because well, Willie, stop. No, Willie, not gonna bite. No.
True, Fish.
You know,
actually, Fish, I've been thinking of how to give back to society. I was thinking it would be super cute if I had like a rescue or farm and that, because remember how I used to have my own donkey back in the day? My grandpa did have a farm. I mean, we still do have a substantial amount of land. I was thinking of maybe converting that and doing something along the lines of how do I put it, like a rescue or shelter or something. It would be so cool, especially I know in Jamaica, like Montego Bay, there's like a dog rescue for dogs like living on the street, which I thought was like amazing. I just think of the ways how I could, you know, make an impact somewhere on, you know, a creature's life, multiple creatures' life. Well, I already am. I do have several animals here that live with me. They're fed, they're brushed, they're, you know, clean. They have nice warm beds to go to.
I know Will left because I went out.
I've been following Johnny Somali. Yeah, he's the whole South Korea thing. Like, why does this man think to be a nuisance is cool? Now he's like facing some serious time. He deserves it because he's had multiple times to do that shit, to like get the hell out of there and stop annoying people.
Stop. I went on Indeed the other day and saw saw that Will's position is open. So what was it? Maintenance groundskeeper position for creature comforts. Yeah. So we'll be hiring back Will. Maybe, whatever. What else? I don't know about Ben. I keep seeing Ben at the library on Elmwood. I see him all around my neighborhood a lot, like Elmwood, like around there, like the old Children's Hospital area. That's where I live. I think he lives in the neighborhood. I don't talk to him though. I try to, nothing against Ben, but I just try to keep to myself at the library. Maybe I should talk to him one day if I see him again.
Would be interesting.
We're, I know Ben's into the same kind of music I am. I bet you he didn't even know that. I bet you he did. I bet you no one knew what kind of music I'm into. Believe it or not, I'm into like real fucking death metal shit. People think I'm like into like fucking country music. Fuck that shit. No.
I don't think anybody thinks you're into country music. You do not look like the type.
I'm in a death metal band.
You mean a death metal band by yourself? That's not a band, because you at least need one other person. That's like a death metal artist. You're not even an artist. Have you guys ever seen the type of noise this man makes when he plugs in his electric guitar to his amp and he starts playing, or what you would think would be music, but it's more like your ears are crying and bleeding for some relief. It's literally like noise, and then he tries to do that like screamo type of content where guys are like, I just wanna, but it's like different.
We're gonna have talent shows at that place. Anyone that knows how to play guitar, drums, bass, whatever, let's fucking do it. And I'm into real obscure shit too.
I did play many years ago his music, and a lot of people had to go.
Vaughn.
That was like 3 years ago.
Remember that band, Vaughn? Watain? Edge of Sanity. Remember what was that one band I was into for a while? I can't remember it now. Knock Mystium. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think with the Food Smuggler, that was his best content. Better musician than Sella True. Sella fucking plays Crazy Frog, okay? On his goddamn keyboard. And then Foodie's like, oh my god, such an artist.
I'm into all that shit, so whatever.
The stuff that goes through people's heads, like listening to that BS.
Might go to the library today. I gotta upload shit. Bring back some movies.
Yeah, the Casio.
We're gonna get that fucking DVD player in the fucking in that one room fixed. We're gonna get more DVDs in stock. So we're not watching Up all day. I fucking hate Up. I don't know. Do dogs like movies like Jason movies and shit? How about I just have this movie on a fucking loop all day.
What's that?
Solo or the 120 Days of Sodom. We can have that playing for the dogs all day.
Okay, wait a second. I just looked it up. Sallow or the 120 Days of Sodom. A group of fascists round up 9 adolescent boys and girls and subject them to 120 days of physical, mental, and sexual torture. What the fuck, DLF? Like, why are you watching that bullshit? But of course, it's in all DLF fashion. He's gonna watch shit like that where minors get mentally, physically, and sexually tortured. Of course, it's just right up his CP alley.
Remember that shit they used to play on the TV, dog TV, and it was basically like a fucking DMT the whole fucking time. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that fucking Zep spray that smells like an old woman's crotch.
Facts be free.
I hate that smell. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that.
How do you know what an old woman's crotch smells like for you to hate it?
DMT trip the whole fucking time. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that fucking Zep spray that smells like an old woman's crotch. I hate that smell.
Hey, is Eggy still here? Cypher, I literally think we were twins because we thought the exact same thing. I'm like, I should ask Eggy what her crotch smells like. She's like 200 years old.
Get rid of that. Oh yeah, I got fucking plans for this place. So
I should have a farm. I was thinking that.
You know what else we can do since we have a fucking barn? Okay. How feasible is it to get some horses in there? I'll let Beth handle the horses. She knows about. She's in the horses.
What does that mean?
Or sure, she came up to me one day while I was working, just out of the fucking blue. She's like, "I got some advice for you, Bug." I'm like, "Yeah, what? Don't buy a house and stay away from horse girls." I'm like, "All right, well, at this point, I just stay away from." I gave up on dating. I'm not even into girls anymore. I'm not even into women anymore. I'm asexual. That's all that matters now. I don't give a shit. Too much other shit to worry about in my life than,
Do you guys ever think DLF could clean up? Maybe he starts beating his D off, get some better clothing, work on that weight, get that diabetes under control, and very important to also get that mental health in proper order. Could he get a lady? Probably. I don't know. I mean, there's always somebody for everybody out there. I really truly believe that there's like a female DLF looking for her male DLF, and then we got Marie's like, hell no. There's like a male DLF here looking for a female DLF.
Drama.
Fish is like, Eggy smells great.
I'll let Beth handle the horses.
Yeah, it's the eggs why she smells sulfuric there, Fish.
That's all her. That's gonna be all her.
He did get Amy. Yeah, you're right.
I don't even know who works there at these days, but like I said, if you, I'll propose a deal. You want to take videos of creature comforts and in the inside of creature comforts and
facts.
Post them on your YouTube and whatnot. I not only allow it, but I encourage it. In fact, I will pay you. I will pay extra for videos. Does Jules still work there? I have no idea. But Jules is Jules could be. We could have a special position for Jules. She could be the kennel artist.
Okay.
And make the place look good. She could do all the graphic design of the place and all
Yeah.
that. So yeah, that's what we're planning. So Emily, name your price, and I will see if we can make it happen. Anyway, this is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message.
He's a dreamer.
Oh, and we're getting rid of the walkie-talkies with the earpiece too.
Nothing but
Fuck
a
those
dreamer.
things.
He is a dreamer. Like big dreams. I mean, a lot of people kind of think like that, do things like that, where you think about the old place you were at, and you're like, yeah, at that place, I would do this, do that. I mean, I can't knock it. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna be out of here. Creature Comforts is not for sale. He's just being his delusional self, but we'll let this one slide. What can I say? I'm gonna be out of here. I'll probably come back in the next few days and whatnot, so maybe stay tuned for that. See what else he has to say. Maybe something will happen in between now and that time. But thanks for hanging out with me, Fish and Eggy. Be free. Alien was here as well. Marie, Matt, Cypher. Thank you so much, sir, for hanging out. Really appreciate you. Who else was here? We had Mindy. Mindy B was here. And Alcade, Tommy's mom, PetSmart, and everybody else. Thanks for hanging out with me. I am out of here as usual. It is a Sunday. I got to take off. I got to do some stuff. I got dinner in like 2 hours and 8 minutes. So take care of yourselves, people. Have a good one. Peace.